Coming up on Duck TV News, learn how local students are hitting the big screen soon.
Also, find out who is bidding on a popular spot in Eugene.
Thanks for joining me. I'm Falma Mohammed.
And I'm Kate Houston. The Lane Blood Center is experiencing a shortage in units of blood after recently donating 200 units to the Seattle area. All blood centers were forced to close in the Seattle area due to a telecommunications outage. This caused Seattle blood centers to lose about a day's worth of potential blood donations. After Lane Blood Center's contribution to help Seattle make up for their loss, they were forced to issue a shortage alert requesting more donations.
We see usually around 50 people, but in response to something like the appeal we made about the blood shortage, we've been seeing almost 100 people here in Center too.
Most of the blood donations that Lane Blood Center receives come from the University of Oregon. Every month, the Blood Center hosts a 2 to 3 day blood drive in the EMU Fur Room. If you want to donate blood, the Lane Blood Center will be on campus the second week of February. For more information, visit the university's Blood Drive Association website at uobda.tumblr.com.
Many international students are celebrating the Chinese New Year with their families. Groups at the University of Oregon offered a place for them to gather and partake in festivities. Galen Etlin has more.
This is a red envelope. It's what Chinese families give to their children during Chinese New Year. But what about the students here at U of O who can't go home during their most important holiday? Chinese Lunar New Year, a time when people traditionally return home to celebrate their heritage with family. But Chinese international students at the University of Oregon don't have that option. This group of students from the campus Chinese publication Hua Feng magazine instead have to come together to celebrate in a new way by showing traditional Chinese culture to other students at the U of O. Students learn about calligraphy, dumpling making, Chinese paper cutting, and mahjong. But probably most important is educating people about what Chinese New Year really means. While New Year in the West is celebrated at midnight on January 1st, Chinese New Year, or the Spring Festival, changes dates according to the lunar calendar. Families get together for a feast of traditional foods and give younger members of the family envelopes of money, colored red for luck. The festival lasts for several weeks, allowing people in China their longest vacation. So for Chinese students studying abroad at the U of O, this holiday is bittersweet.
The feeling is more like when you feel stressed because I have schoolwork and I have so many classes, and sometimes I will feel so stressed and I want my family to be with me.
But Chinese students are trying to focus on the positive, organizing events like this Chinese Culture Night to celebrate in style. Beyond the performances by dancers and singers, the Chinese Student Association, along with Hua Feng magazine, gave out their own red envelopes of scholarship money to academic leaders of the Chinese student community. And while Xu says that this community is like her second family, there's still no place like home.
So I don't feel lonely, but the feeling is different. Like you want your family to be with you in such an important festival.
While Chinese students may not be given an official holiday by the University of Oregon, they've come together to create a new tradition at the U of O. Reporting for Duck TV News, I'm Galen Etlin.
Thanks, Galen. Happy Year of the Horse.
A group on campus provides a place for discussion and support for LGBTQ students. Somewhere on the Rainbow is a weekly group that addresses issues in the LGBT community. The purpose of the discussion is to improve the overall environment for these students and increase awareness of all orientations on campus. Somewhere on the Rainbow gathers every week this winter term from 5:30 to 7 p.m. in the EMU Sentry Room. Contact the Counseling Center to get involved in the discussion.
The University of Oregon's bass fishing team competed in Lake Havasu, Arizona on Saturday. The FLW College Fishing Western Conference Tournament was the season opener for the team, where 4 students competed. In the past, UO bass fishing team has done relatively well, and they are looking forward to another great season.
A nonprofit radio station will hit the airways in April thanks to a donation from the University of Oregon. The U of O School of Journalism and Communication donated all equipment, including IMAX, camcorders, and audio boards, to help KXCR start up. The new station in Florence, Oregon was in the planning stages for 7 years, but community broadcasting will begin soon. The equipment, along with other community donations from Kickstarter, raised about $80,000 for the radio station. When reached for comment, Don Landstrom, president of the KXCR board, gave us this statement. "We plan to be an volunteer community radio station with emphasis on community members, programming local shows with local interests." The station plans to start broadcasting on April 1st.
Civic Stadium, the vacant baseball field near Willamette Street in Eugene is up for sale. The stadium was built in 1938 and where it was designed for surplus property in 2002. Last October, the district received several proposals to purchase the property. These offers came from the Eugene YMCA Fred Meyer, the City of Eugene, and Friends of the Civic Stadium. The proposal from the city and Friends of the Civic Stadium would preserve the ballpark in the hopes of renovation. The YMCA Fred Meyer want to renovate land and remove the ball field for development purposes. Last week, both the YMCA and Fred Meyer upped their offers to buy the stadium. Supporters of the YMCA claim that the mission for 60 new residential homes is more worthy than a shopping center. The City Council will meet next Wednesday to review business plans from the respected groups.
In their 2014 report, livability.com named Eugene as a top-ranking mid-sized city for living and working in the U.S. Eugene came in at number 9 among cities like Boulder, Colorado, and Berkeley, California. The city scored high in amenities due to a true year-round climate and low traffic congestion.
North Eugene High School has something cooking. Peter Franks has the scoop.
Home economics teacher Miho Hozaka has created a culinary team to offer her students a new flavor for high school. Students from Miho's home ec classes found a passion in culinary arts and now compete with other teams around the state.
Cooking has always been a part of my life since I was a child, because my mom and I would cook when I was young, and it's just sort of stuck with me all throughout my life. But I think it's here where I've really honed that passion for it.
Hunter Briggs and Sori Fuji are 2 of the 3 team members who filled out an application for the teen version of the popular TV show, Chopped. Although initially a class assignment, the Food Network called them back, wanting them to audition for the show.
I'm actually from Japan. I moved here when I was 10, and so I think that's a little bit more unique, so I think that's why they called us back.
I mean, we use recipes and the foundations that Miho's taught us throughout taking her classes of knife skills and flavor combinations that we can use.
In this class, Hunter has learned more than just recipes.
I learned how that food is connected to culture and how food is love.
The students are excited to hear back from the Food Network and will be training hard in the kitchen until then. For Duck TV News, this is Peter Franks reporting.
Look out for Hunter, Sori, and the 3rd contestant, Sophie, on the next season of Chopped.
The University of Oregon Science Library has a new machine that is exciting the faculty and students. The Science Library now offers 3D printing to anyone affiliated with the university. The school acquired the printer in fall of 2013. Students and professors use the printer to produce scientific models that aid them in their research. The printers use PLA and ABS plastic. ABS is the same material used in Legos. However, science librarian Dean Walton says that printing with these plastics takes some patience. The librarians at the Science Library keep the printer at the front desk. Anyone can stop by to see how it works.
I wonder what the Flintstones would have thought of this.
Me too, Famo. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kate Houston.
And I'm Fama Mohammed.